and he remembers to unmute it once. Once in a lifetime, I'm allowed to get lucky. antisocialexperience.com, people. The website, a very slow work in progress, under construction constantly.
Yep.
We're not hitting any milestones or records with this one, but we haven't given up. Facebook, our home, our other home on the internet. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, you guys can see that. Antisocial Experience Podcast on Facebook. I have an incoming suspected spam call.
Oh, well then leave it as suspected spam.
Yeah, I love that my home tells me that.
Yeah.
Antisocial Experience Podcast on Facebook. And then also our YouTube Antisocial Experience Podcast. That is our YouTube channel. Head over there, subscribe. We do want to build an audience there. You can continue to watch us on Facebook, however. Go subscribe there. If you have a Google account, you got Gmail, you can subscribe. Can you subscribe to YouTube channels with just like, you know how...
I knew they used to be linked. I'm not sure of the current status of that.
Let's go to our split screen.
At one time that was true, but I don't know about now.
You know what I mean? You can do the, well, some places give you the option to sign in, like sign in with Google, sign in with Facebook.
Facebook, Twitter, whatever, yeah.
Oh, can you do that with a subscribe? That would be really cool if you could. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
We'll find it out. Not right now, though.
Not right now. Later. Later on. Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, you said no milestone, man, but...
None yet.
Well, no, we've crossed it. I've been on the podcast for a year now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A year. It's been up for more than a year.
It's been up for more than a year.
I made, okay, I didn't have no high hopes. I said I'm going to at least do 7 episodes. I'm going to try and get 25 and see how I feel. And then after that, I'm going to do 50 and see where it's at then.
Yeah.
And I passed that and didn't even really think of it. Didn't even really bring up episode 50.
Yeah, we kind of just save it for episode 100.
Yeah. We'll do something special for 100.
Yeah.
I mean, we could come here and talk shit every week.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that can tend to get a little boring.
A little bit, but we keep it fresh. We talk about different stuff.
Yeah, I have a feverish brain, people. I'm still getting over whatever this bug is going around. It is vicious. So.
Sid Vicious?
Yeah. No, man, I think it would give even him a headache, and he would smash stuff with his head all the time, I guess. Rumored. I don't know. I don't personally know the Sex Pistols.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's always a hype. Like, I've never looked too much into it, but, like, people always talk up, like, Sid and Nancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
They
like
were
that
a really volatile couple with living life. I'm having mouse troubles over here,
man. Bluetooth don't want to work.
No, it's actually Wi-Fi.
Ooh.
Or, yeah, whatever that is, that technology.
It's probably like a radio wave of some sort, right?
2.4 RF.
All right.
Something or other. I'm getting my stuff pulled up for the show. So if anybody is there in the chat, I'm sorry for not being there. We will be there temporarily. Okay, we don't have the thumbnail. We do have the title. I'm getting this to share on my... All right. Simple enough. Let's share this out so we can hopefully pull some more viewers in from my channel. Share it to news feed or story as me. Yes.
Oop.
Oh, boy.
Cortana jumping in.
Yes, Cortana, I love you. So another thing, man, I do want to send some apologies out there to anybody. The website was down for what, 11 days?
11 days.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it. So if you tried to go over there and check it out, we do apologize. Hopefully we didn't lose your trust in checking out the site, seeing what about any of the other content that we have out there. 11 days, man.
Yeah.
I know I brought it up a few days ago, and I finally went and paid the bill. Or, I walked in and paid the bill through the cash. No.
Yeah.
Online. Imagine doing that. Imagine how easy it is to do stuff online.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you wanted something, you had to, like, go to Amazon and pay them.
Yeah. Oh, like back in, well, a better example is like back in the day, you could go to the grocery store to like pay your bills. You still can.
No, yeah, you can pay your light bill there.
Yeah.
But imagine if we had to travel to Ohio to pay Panelec, because they're based out of what, Akron, Ohio, I think.
Oh, if we had like, if there was no even network like that.
Yeah,
like
we got to go pay them.
I imagine that's probably backed by like Western Union, or like some kind of like.
Yeah, it seems wasteful, and you wouldn't be real productive.
Yeah.
Making people come to you.
Yeah.
You got to outreach to them.
But even back in the day, man, Pony Express it, like there were systems in place.
What was that movie?
Huh.
Kevin Costner.
Dances with Wolves?
No. The Postman?
The Postman? I never
Is that where they started like the mail, the United States Postal Service?
Mm-hmm. I've heard the name. Man. I know it's a movie. That's it.
It is a movie.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's him. Let's look it up.
All right.
I always like looking this stuff up. I just don't like having to be the guy to do it. I don't know which way to go with this. So we'll start out where we started today.
Okay.
Groundhog Day was what, weeks ago?
Yeah, you were like, hey man, what's up with Groundhog Day? I'm like, dude, that was weeks ago.
Okay, so it was. So I did miss it because I don't care.
Yeah.
And I said I would definitely, the Postman. Kevin Costner, and it's about, I believe, the United States Postal Service getting started. He was racing around on horseback delivering mail.
Oh, neat! That sounds like a good watch. Yeah. Maybe
kind of. I think it takes place, or maybe it's a post-apocalyptic world, and he's bringing the mail back.
Oh, I think that's what it is. Yeah. So it sounds like a better watch now.
Yeah, even better. Anything apocalypse, post-apocalypse, that wasteland of world is always fascinating to me.
Yes. But yeah, Groundhog's Day, kind of a big deal in Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah. We got, what's his name? Punxsutawney Bill?
Well, I didn't realize this until this year, actually. I looked into it. Like, other states and other places, like territories in Canada, have their, like, own mascot for the day. Like, or they'll have their own groundhog, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, That's what Like, there are other groundhogs for, like, different areas.
Is over. Yeah, they do. They have their own. I've seen a little bit about that. Hold on. 6 more weeks of winter.
What are you bringing up? Like,
okay, so Phil. Okay, I can't even read the whole thing because there's not even a more button. From 1969 on, Phil's overall accuracy rate drops to about 36%.
I wonder what that'd be. Never mind. I don't want to look it up, but like, as a thought, I wonder what that's compared to actual weather predictions, though.
Right, yeah, but I mean, how much can you stake on it? Is this groundhog seeing or not seeing a shadow going to move our Earth any further along?
No, dude. You do know that like Groundhog's Day, especially in Punxsutawney, is just like an excuse for a party, right?
Money grab.
Yeah, it's a money grab.
It's a money grab. They're doing a lot there.
It's a bunch of old dudes with beards and funny hats, like.
And the movie, phenomenal.
Never seen it.
You never saw it with
Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, I think so. Is Matthew Perry still alive? We haven't checked in a while.
We did say we would keep up on that. We'll bring it up for the fine audience. Let's go over to our browser source and check this out. Matthew Perry's still alive. Is that who we're looking up?
Yeah, that's our
he's friends.
We just picked up, like, we decided one celebrity at random, and like it was Matthew Perry. We're on Death Watch Matthew Perry for some reason. Sorry, Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
Like, we drew you out of the deck of celebrity.
Matthew Perry's still alive. I mean, Matthew Perry, dead, 2019. Actor killed by celebrity. What? Internet death hoax.
Oh, okay.
All right, I believe that.
Okay, all right. So
I believe that.
Despite the internet's best efforts, Matthew Perry still alive.
He's alive and well, people.
Yes.
All right. I never got into Friends. I couldn't.
We've been over this.
Ross kind of killed it for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. That's the big, tall, goopy guy, right? Yeah. I couldn't take that character.
Oh.
For the few shows that I did watch, I couldn't get into it because of him. But no, back to this groundhog. Okay. How much more are we going to let them in charge of?
I don't know, man.
I mean,
I don't see it stopping anytime soon.
Should we give them the swing vote?
They have
for the president.
Well, we don't know the secret groundhog language, man.
Yeah, but no matter what the people say, imagine if the groundhog, if he sees his shadow, no, that guy's not elected. He's not our sitting president.
Oh, if we did it for like that too, like took the Groundhog's word on
I
everything.
say we bring Punxsutawney Phil in for a number of things. We can do president,
he can
mayor,
do more. Yeah, he can do so much more. Yeah,
tax cuts. I don't know. I mean, does Phil want more money?
I think Phil wants more money. Yeah.
How much care do you think they take care of him? Abusive, or you think?
Oh no, I imagine pampered.
You think?
Yeah. Oh, dude. I mean, yeah, like, yeah.
My next question: how many groundhogs have there been?
Oh, well, that's the thing. They like the official story is it's the same groundhog, but no, that's the no, for real, that's the official story because they want to keep like the mystique up about Groundhog's Day, but no, it's
Okay.
I imagine in all actuality though, it's been
Anybody out there? Do you want to take a guess at how long Punxsutawney Phil's been around? Do you want to guess?
No, because I probably know. Let me try and guess. It was around the turn of the previous century. Think, or it might have been one of those ones. I'm going to say 1910.
Phil has been sharing his predictions with the world for more than 120 years.
Damn, okay. I should have went for the other way. Yep.
Groundhogs only have a life expectancy of 10 years in captivity.
So that's like 12 right there on the average.
Phil fans claim there's only been one.
Oh,
Phil.
yeah. Yep.
I'm not buying it, man.
No,
I'm not buying
there's
it.
been at least 12.
There's been more than one. I will say that. Okay. Maybe pampered in captivity extends the life to like 30 years.
Sure. There's, okay, so at least 4.
4. We'll go with 4. I really don't think we should put him in charge, man. This could be
I thought you were the one for it, man.
I was until I thought about it.
All right.
This could be bad.
Well, then I'm for it.
Imagine if Phil doesn't see his shadow and he's like, that's it. More driving tests for people when you get older.
Yeah.
We have less drivers.
Okay.
Less people, you know what I mean?
Well, that's what the groundhog said, man.
Yeah.
That's
I'm not going to put too much trust in a groundhog.
I mean, you do realize that you basically like are making it into like a theocracy based around like a groundhog.
That's all right, man. Okay. I mean, can we really do socialism with a groundhog?
Well, it's basically like the groundhog's the dictator. Like,
damn.
Yeah.
Him or Kim, man, take your pick.
Oh, Kim, North Korea. Kim?
Yeah. I mean, come on, Phil versus Kim. I
might go with the groundhog. I don't know.
I think most people would. Yeah. Another thing, man.
I'm saying like that groundhog grew up like just over the mountain from me, so
we're actually not that far.
Yeah, we're not. No.
That's down by Johnstown.
It's about an hour-ish drive. Yeah, hour and a half. Yeah.
If you guys hear whistling and squeaking, I am sorry. Yeah. Like I said, this. I don't think I've been this sick since like high school. Like high school was the last time I remember being sick to where.
Do you got mono, man?
Yeah, I mean, it could be what is that? The kissing disease?
Kissing disease.
Is that what they call that?
Yeah.
I gotta get to the chat. We could have comments
flying, and we don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like.
I don't know though. Groundhog's in charge. That's a good theory. All right, another thing. Here, we'll get to the next point.
I've heard crazier.
And this is kind of, I mean, yeah, depending who you talk to, you may or may not like this topic.
Okay, sure. Lay it on me.
Well, it's new. We got one viewer out there, one engagement. Hope likes this as always. Thank you, Hope.
Thanks, Hope.
We like your comment that you like us. Here it is, okay? And sorry about the false start today, people. I think I said that, but if I didn't, sorry about the false start.
You're under the weather, man. We
I am out.
You're here. You're like the postman. You're here regardless, so.
I try to be.
Yeah, right.
All right. Have you ever lost a job? You've been fired?
Oh, yeah.
Right. And you handled it well. You
I don't.
did the walk of shame.
Yeah, I don't care.
Did you ever grovel?
No.
But I'm guessing because you're sitting here, you never shot 5 people because you took a gun into the termination meeting.
No. No, I'd be like, they'd be like, pack your shit. And I'd be like, yeah, all right, cool, later.
Yeah. No. Okay. So, and this happened in what, Aurora, Illinois?
Yeah, I heard.
In a suburb of Chicago?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
A guy got fired.
Yeah.
But he planned ahead. So he was not even allowed to have a firearm. And that should come as no surprise that people that are not allowed to have firearms, and
and
they have one. Imagine that.
Imagine that. Yeah.
Dude. But okay, so he plans ahead, and granted, I'm not endorsing shooting people, and especially don't go in and shoot coworkers or
don't shoot anybody for anything.
Your what are they? The higher ups.
Management,
administration. Yeah, definitely don't take it out on them. I mean, it was your performance that, unless there was an elaborate con. I mean, maybe a groundhog got you fired. In that case, shoot the groundhog, not the people. But no. Okay, so he plans ahead, takes a gun to the termination meeting. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, granted, that is thinking ahead. Points for that.
Yeah, but
I
think this is just a tip of a bigger problem, man.
Yeah, you get no points. I'm going to take all your points because you shot people.
Yeah, true. Granted, but that goes without saying, I think.
Right.
I think this is a bigger indicator of like what's going to happen with automation and people losing their jobs in mass.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like I think just the beginning. Like
that's a, and we talked about this off the air. We might as well bring it on the air.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there, breadwinners, people working, hard workers, and there's people that get paid a lot of money to do
whatever, and
absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and then, but like that's the thing. A lot of hardworking people through no fault of their own are going to be like on the receiving end of that.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
sure.
Like,
and boy, I don't know how I'd feel about that. Like losing a job to a machine.
Yeah.
I mean, who are you going to be mad at more? The machine that gets your job? Like if you could actually see and witness, like.
Well, that's the thing. It's just a tool, though. So, like,
right?
Yeah, like.
But some people aren't going to make that distinction.
True.
Well,
I'd rather they'd bust up a machine than a person. So I guess like whatever. But yeah, that's going to cost like a whole bunch of money though to the economy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about that being replaced by a robot, automation, machine, a tool. I mean,
well, I think what is it like? That are most at risk are like truck driver, cashier, like office work, because like I said before, like you don't need like software stuff is going to be easier to automate. You don't need a whole bunch of physical parts, and like jobs like that, like real common jobs, like call center work, like like the top 5 like. But here's the thing, trades. You aren't going to be like, we're a long ways away from a C-3PO humanoid robot that can come in and do your plumbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So trades are kind of safe for right now.
I mean, kind of.
But like eventually, I mean, that's the thing though. Eventually, though, even
there are robots that can take sheets of drywall, put them up, and screw them in place. Now, granted, I'm good with that if they can get it worked out.
Yeah.
If it's safe.
Yeah.
Robots building houses, that's kind of crazy. But not unthinkable. Now, where I have a problem with it is if you have a robot studding out that house, and they're doing what they're programmed to do, and bang, they grab a couple boards that have splits in them.
Well, that's the thing.
It becomes unsafe.
You're always going to need some kind of human operator.
You think?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or at least somebody monitoring.
But that's going to cut down on the numbers of people who can. That's still cutting a lot of jobs out, though.
Right. Like, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just I agree with both sides of that coin.
I'm just looking at like the numbers, man.
Yeah. And some people you try to talk to about it, like we brought it up, a previous guest, like we tried talking about it, and he just like never happened.
He tried like one of the 5 I mentioned,
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I was like, I mean, I'm not going to argue with the person about it either. It's like,
and it's not his fault.
Yeah,
not anybody's fault.
Not anybody's fault. Yeah.
Progression, man.
Progress. Yeah.
Meet the progressives. We're so fucking progressive. Tim, 2019.
I'm not old enough.
Not old enough?
I gotta be 35.
Wake up. We've been beating that horse for what, 64 episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Robots. That's a kind of crazy world.
Yeah.
Let's take that further down the road. Okay. Further down the road, where robots and humans are sharing the same.
Once it becomes more prevalent,
Right.
Yeah. That's the thing. We're going into murky, uncharted waters, man.
I mean, not like we've been there before. I mean, maybe we have, and that's been wiped away.
Oh, like ancient civilizations or something?
Atlantis.
I just call them the elves.
Did Atlantis have robots?
Who knows?
Come on, man. The elves wouldn't have robots. They'd
But
be like,
in like in fantasy, like the elves are always portrayed as like the ancient race who has fallen from grace and like has ancient technology. Yeah, like that's what I'm like so. That's
they had more magic than technology, though, right?
With elves, it's kind of a blend. Like they blend tech and magic. That's kind of their shtick.
Okay, yeah. I'll get on board with that.
Like they'll imbibe their like bows with magic, or so like whatever. D&D.
Are the elves going to listen to the groundhogs though?
I don't know, man. Well, I think it depends who's got the stronger magic, the groundhog or the elf.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
We could be in for a big surprise. Yeah. Now here's what I want to know: does God have a dark sense of humor about you know what I mean? Like, you get this Aurora shooter, he gets up there, it's his day. God's like, look, man, I can't give you a pass, but
I don't know, man. There's like, if you're going to talk about like a godlike perspective, there's a lot of different perspectives to take with that, even.
Right,
so, like,
right. But he's like fucking kudos for thinking ahead, preparing. But I can't let you in, man.
Yeah.
Is he allowed to have a sense of humor?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
according to classical religion.
Well, here's the thing. We have a sense. Here's the way I look at it. I'm like, we have a sense of humor. So.
Right. Like, let's look up who guards the gates.
St. Peter.
Is it?
Yeah.
Peter, do you have a sense of humor? St. Peter. Good job, man. You know this shit.
I went. Yeah.
That's right. You went to a school I didn't.
Yeah.
And look at that. You made it out alive. I have some cousins that went too.
Oh, yeah.
I think to the same school.
If you want to have like a real talk about that, watch out with religions and doing like psychedelics, because you can lead yourself down some some weird places.
Yeah, yeah, you can.
Yeah. But I will say, the Book of Revelation, it reads like a dude wrote it on an acid trip anyway. So like,
yeah,
yeah, like
yes, it does.
Yeah,
I've actually read Revelation.
Yeah,
that's a messed up story.
It's a messed up story. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's all like just crazy symbolism. So like.
And there's, boy, I mean, do I open that can of worms or not? I got stuff on the brain. And,
whatever, man.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do it yet.
Next time, save it.
Maybe we'll do it for another episode.
Right.
We'll center around it. But there's good and bad to religion.
Yeah, true. There's good and bad to anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we won't go that far. But anyways, back to Peter here.
Mm-hmm.
The keeper of the keys to the kingdom.
Yep.
Does Peter high five this Aurora shooter and look, you?
Here's the thing, like, cause
turn him back. You got to go the other way.
There's loopholes, because it's really weird when you look into it. Because like technically, like there's a commandment that thou shalt not kill, but like warriors can get into heaven too. So like it all depends. It all depends on like the conscience and the judgment. Like blah 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 blah. If you
so
follow
what? If this dude thinks he's a warrior,
who knows?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like the whole thing, like that I always looked at it, like the glass houses thing. Like it's never my place to judge. So like.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like, and especially if you're going to talk about like somebody's soul, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I haven't seen that dude's life.
You know, funny enough, I thought about that just this past week. God damn it.
Yeah.
Sorry, God.
Yeah.
No, I'm not really. But, no, I thought about that this past week, about the whole judging somebody and dealing with their soul.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn. And that, like, I tried to put myself in a position of being a judge here on our planet, our earthly realm.
Yeah.
And judging people in a court of law.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because they're just, no matter how you look at it, there's some situations that land in front of judges that are just impossible to judge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I mean, they make the call.
They got to make a call one way or the other. Yeah.
Yeah, whether good or bad, whether they're going to be hated for the rest of their life. Or, you know, celebrated. And they do that, and I'm like, damn, I couldn't even do that.
That's a lot of, yeah. Oh,
yeah, I would never want to be in that position. And then to take it one further, if you believe in that sort of thing.
Taking it that next level, yeah.
Yeah, that next level of judgment.
Yeah.
Better to leave it to God than to, you know,
that's
me
what,
or you.
yeah, that's what, well, that's like the psychological lesson I took away from it was like, don't worry about it. Like,
right.
You're just going to stress yourself out and like,
if you elect me to that position, I'm walking off the job. I'm calling in sick.
Judge?
Day one, yeah.
I could do it. I could be
God.
Well, I don't have the credentials.
Judge, any of them, man.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm calling in sick day one, not showing up. There's no hope with me.
Yeah.
Find somebody else.
There's a show on Hulu I want to watch where Steve Buscemi plays God. It looks
really.
It looks pretty funny. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Who else has been God?
I think it's actually Buscemi.
Buscemi.
Yeah.
Who else has played God? Alanis Morissette.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman, Alanis Morissette in the Jay and Bob universe.
Yeah, Alanis Morissette. Yeah.
Wait, Michael Landon was an angel in the in a TV show. He wasn't God though. He was an angel. I think that's it. There's a few other people.
There's a few other ones, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That's a big role to play.
Oh, I can handle that role. As a role, yeah, I can handle that role.
Right, in a movie, TV show.
Yeah, something, yeah.
Alanis Morissette's portrayal was kind of like she just basically smiled and giggled a little bit.
Well, I like that though, no, because it was like, yeah, well, like you have the whole thing with like she can't because like there's like an angel who's the voice of God.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Right. No, I got that. It just could have been done better.
Yeah. No, I liked it.
What about? And I know other. It's been brought up before, but what about the guy that went to heaven and took pictures and come back?
Oh yeah,
the preacher.
Yeah. And then
how many people bought them pictures?
Too many. That's bad. Like, okay, if you're wondering about like. Banachek and James Randi. Look into like Google those two guys. They go around debunking people who like use like sleight of hand and other magic tricks, you know, like illusions, to fool people.
Ooh,
yeah, like televan. That's one thing I do. I will give credit for like my school, like that I went to. They were like, my one pastor was like, he's like, yeah, we all think televangelists are shitty too. And I was like, oh, cool. Like,
yeah,
and
that's what. The combination of two words, television and evangelist. Yeah. There's a few jobs out there that I don't know how people do them and make millions. One is that, and who's the guy that talks to dead people?
Something Edwards.
John Edwards?
Yeah.
Is it John Edwards?
John Edwards, I think like there's been a couple of those. Yeah.
He's a medium?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Really?
So, yeah, somebody somebody with the last name Edwards.
But yeah, I can't stand, like, that's how much I hate what they do.
Oh yeah, it's fooling people. It's giving people false hope, and you know.
Well, and not only that, dealing with a topic where they're like at their time of need most, and you.
Yeah, if I was a pastor, I'd be like, yeah, like you have cancer, like God can help, but like, you know, get chemotherapy too.
Yeah, like, you're gonna make millions off people doing this.
Don't give me your money, spend it on chemotherapy.
Oh, what? I wish I knew this dude's name. I can never remember it. John comes up.
Yeah, I think he's one of them.
And this dude has a
somebody
tour.
had. I think you were thinking of the one with crossing over. I think that's the name.
That's John Edwards.
Yeah.
And there was so he's been on Dr. Phil.
Mm-hmm.
He's performed audience readings. Which, what's an audience reading? Do I really need to look into it? No.
If you want to know, the day you'll know if anybody was for real is if they can pass the James Randi challenge. Like if you can show like. They'll set up like the test parameters and be like, okay, like here's what we agree. Like if this happens, you're showing like supernatural powers, and they're like, okay,
oh yeah, and that's where you get $1 million.
You get $1 million, yeah. Like so,
and nobody's passed
it. So,
and it's been around for
it's like 30 years, I think. Like it started out as like 100,000 or 10,000, but as like they kept the money like relevant. So like.
Yeah, I think it's bullshit personally.
Same.
And you're making money. I mean,
well, that's the thing. If you're an illusionist or whatever, like that's what Banachek does. He's like, I'm an entertainer though.
Right.
Like
right, but and not only that, what about the times where people were wrong? Like the one I think a mother and a father went on a TV show to meet a medium.
It happens all the time.
Lady's like, your son's dead, stop looking for him, and the kid was still alive.
Like you don't go around playing with that kind of stuff.
All those people they need to have a very, very, if you believe, special spot in hell. Where they burn, or whatever you want to call it. On their last days, hopefully they feel something. other than their great life from scamming.
From scamming. Yep.
I mean,
that's what our friend Pope Jones said too, like a long time ago. He's like, about like psychics and that. He's like, if you're charging money for it, it's not real magic. Yep.
Not only that, and I can't say there's nothing to any of it, and I can't say there is something to it because I haven't seen the whole world.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. But what I have seen is pretty much bullshit.
Yeah,
no matter how you look at it. Now, my dad was huge into card reading, and the whole like stuff concerning hexes and that, reading cards. I don't want to say like tarot cards or tea leaves, none of that. He wasn't into that crazy. So
when somebody would start talking like this, here's what we do. We get a deck of cards. We're like, okay, you're in a blindfold, you can't see the cards, and you're going to read my mind. I will look at the cards. And it's a simple thing. We're going to do 10. You tell me if I'm looking at a red one or a black one.
Right.
And like...
yeah, it don't work.
It don't work, yeah. Like,
no, but he would like do the thing where he deals it out.
Yeah.
And tells them something based on their life. Like more or less advice. He wasn't, you know what I mean, like predicting shit gonna happen. He was just like, look, this is your situation now.
Yeah, but you can learn a lot of that stuff from cold reading and like, like.
So that was more or less his thing. He didn't charge for it.
Oh, he didn't charge for it?
No.
Okay.
It was something he did for friends as entertainment.
As entertainment, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was a mason by trade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, brick blocks.
Yeah,
he took rough stone, cut them.
Yep.
But no, he did that as entertainment. So, and it was entertaining, man. Some stuff, I'm going to lay it out to coincidence.
Yeah, that's the thing. Life is like any stretch of numbers. Like there'll be random coincidences.
Right. But here's a short story to go along with this coincidence I speak of.
Right.
I had a motorcycle. I think a little 80. Maybe a one. It was small. It was one of the smaller ones for kids. And this is when I was a kid. And I'd had it for years. Very familiar with it. I wasn't new to riding. A little dirt bike, motorcycle. Wasn't new to it at all. And I bugged and bugged. I see my dad doing this stuff for entertainment for friends and family, whatever, for years, and bugged him. And he's like, no, it's not good. Bad stuff happens. If you don't mess around and do that for your immediate family. Bad stuff can happen. And I bugged him for years, and finally he's like, I'm tired of hearing about it, and did like a little card reading for me. He's like, look, I'm going to stop right now. Like, as soon as it starts, he's like, something bad's going to happen. That day, riding a motorcycle, I had a wreck, burnt my leg, bad on the muffler. And he even said, he's like, not like right now, but like something bad is going to happen today.
Yeah.
Watch out with whatever you're doing. Be careful, extra careful. I was riding down a path that I'd been down hundreds of times. Tree branch had fallen like a rotten piece, and it was laying with the way you would ride on the path. Well, I hit it, and it let the tires roll out on that.
Yeah.
Dude, burnt my leg bad, and it wasn't like a picture perfect like skull from like whatever.
It looked like a skull.
The scar, yeah. It was crazy. It had like the 2 eye holes, the nose, and
I'll tell you one of mine about like a weird, like, so I was like, you ever see Alien versus Predator? You remember how like,
oh yeah, it's a good flick.
Like the first one, like, yeah, like the original one, like, you know how like the alien takes like the thing and like makes the predator mark on like the mask and then on like the chick's face at the end.
Yeah,
I have that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like,
cool.
Yep. But I got it from getting cracked in the face with like a piece of metal.
Right.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, so something to it, I don't know. Probably not. Mostly bullshit from my experience. That was the one time I was creeped out by stuff like with mediums and, Punxsutawney Phil predicting winter.
Yeah.
That would be the time to creep me out in my 38 and some odd years. I don't know. Coincidence, I'm landed on that. Him looking into the future, I doubt it.
Could have just set you in like a mindset though, to where like you were like nervous then that day, and like it led to you having the accident. That's see, that's plausible though.
Yeah,
you can't.
I mean that, or him just being like, "Look, kid, doing,"
or maybe he like sees you riding your bike around a lot, and he's like, "Oh, if I read the cards today, like it's gonna get in his head." Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to lay it on other than coincidence. I'm not vouching for all of mediums and psychics.
Yeah,
I'm not calling Miss Cleo when I get out of here. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, same.
I know where I need to be. I know what I got to do.
That's why I was saying like it's it's a thing from a movie. You know, it's a coincidence. Like,
oh yeah, yeah. No, I agree. Let's see where we're at. I do have to go to work today.
Get out of here.
Right, we're at 4:31. We
should probably cut it so we can wrap.
We're at 38 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay on for a few more minutes. I don't know really where to take this other than I don't know. I think we got a pretty good system overall. We don't need to move to the Groundhog method yet.
Okay, sure. Not yet. We got it. We got it up our sleeve.
Is that not some crazy shit? What if groundhogs are in charge of it all?
I don't know.
Like the big picture, the bigger picture.
Yeah. There was a Rick and Morty. I don't know if you watch that show, but like in one of the universes, like one of the dimensions they're in, like
no, I haven't.
It turns out the squirrel. Morty's like he's like, Rick, build me this thing so I can listen to animals. He's like, fine, and he starts listening and he hears squirrels, and he's like, the squirrels are actually like controlling the world.
Damn.
Like, and they have to hop dimensions then.
So that's ridiculous, dude.
Because the squirrels come after them.
Wow. Okay. So you find them out and they turn on you.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. They call it like, they're like, I think we got a Dr. Doolittle here. Like,
oh, that was the squirrel saying that? Okay. No, I hear people talking about the show.
It's funny.
And it's still on, correct?
Yeah. They're doing 7 more seasons. So.
Yeah, I don't have the patience to sit and watch it season by season.
The first 3 seasons are good. Like, you can't go wrong. There's really not too many dud episodes, man. Like,
right. But I'm going to wait till the series run completes. And then I'm going to buy in.
So you're going to wait 7 years?
I mean, hey, chances are I could never watch it because what if it goes on like The Simpsons?
Yeah, and then you just can't catch up.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, yeah, it could go bad.
Yeah.
No, man. Let me get back to this chat. I always check out of the chat for some reason.
Well,
nobody's here to speak of
all right
mediums with us.
That's fine.
We should put our own challenge out there.
What? Like the James Randi challenge?
Yeah, but we're going to make it much lower. Like, you get $10 if you tell us, like, what we're going to talk about in the next show. The next live stream, tell us what we're going to talk about. If you're right, we'll give you $10.
Okay, so we can come up with something like that. You want a Sheetz gift card, an Amazon gift card. Well, that's what everyone does because Amazon gift card.
Like, yeah, you can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with that, man.
You can buy
pretty much anything
on Amazon.
I mean, you're just basically giving somebody $10 off their next purchase. Like,
you know, with social media, because there's apps for social media and messaging services that you can pay people with now. Like, they have a pay system where
it's in Facebook. Like, it's in Twitter. It's in, like, like, you can send cash across all these things.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them are backed by PayPal. Like, it's still using, like, an established system behind it. But,
right. But the fact that it happens, and it's not happening, I don't want to say tax-free.
Yeah.
But it's not like the charge, like...
Oh, no, they're starting to come... Because I buy off G2A a lot.
Yeah.
Well, not a lot, but, like, I'll buy off, like, different places. Depends who's got the deal. But, I had to pay the VAT tax, like the value-added tax for, like, I think UK, or maybe one of the European Union countries.
Right.
So,
no, but I mean, like,
but that was new this time. Like,
I mean, like the $0 to $100, you pay 25, and from 100 to 500, you pay whatever, like Western Union tax. It's ridiculous when you send money that way.
Oh yeah.
If you want to send 100, you're paying like 125 to send it.
Yeah, I don't know like the rates on like the internet wiring. Well, we're talking about wire transfers at this point.
Right. Yeah, those are. It don't cost that much money.
No.
No, those were some well-paid wire transfer clerks.
Yeah.
What were they doing at most? Printing out a ticket on the other side for the person to pick up?
Yeah.
Or paying cash out?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Well, as we were talking, that could be replaced by a machine pretty easily.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We need machines there. That would lower the cost a lot to wire money.
Yeah.
But no, just the whole being able to pay people within apps. And I've seen an uprising in it lately. And I kind of don't know which way to take it, but I'll just comment on it briefly, is I show up with orders for people, and they're like, oh, it's already paid for. I'm like, no, it's not.
I can.
Like, I paid for it on this site. I'm like,
Nope, you entered your thing in the wrong thing now.
yeah,
Yeah.
not hooked into any of those systems. We are not signed up.
Yeah.
If you want food, you got to pay me.
Yeah.
I'm your chance, or you can come to the restaurant. Yeah, I'm seeing a huge uprise in that. It's been happening more and more with Bring Me That, and I never had anybody order from what is it, Uber Eats? Yeah, I think Uber does Eats too, like Uber Eats. Yeah, because that's a service that your shop or business actually has to be
buying into. Yeah.
No, man, we do it the old-fashioned way: phone, walk-in, delivery.
Well, everything under one roof.
Right. We're not.
Well, that's the thing. People don't even realize that, like, credit cards, though, you kind of have to buy, like, the business has to buy into and pay credit card fees. And like.
Yeah, I mean, and I understand some people that's how you run your life, is with a piece of plastic and you swipe it everywhere. But you can't come swipe it for a bottle of water. You have to buy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of places. Like, that's what people don't understand. Like, minimums on cards. And
you're buying that water, but we have to pay for you to buy that water. And not just the normal fee. A higher fee.
A higher fee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Technology, good and bad at the same time.
Sure is.
I don't know. I don't think I'm signing up with the people to go take out the people or the robots when they take over work, like jobs.
No, I'm not.
I'm just going to let it be. If I lose my job, you know what?
Out to the woods. How fast can you send me an email? Here's a hatchet.
Right, exactly. The Joe Rogan challenge.
Yep.
Is that an actual challenge?
Well, he said it, so
well, he said it, right?
Yeah, like but that's a tough challenge. Here's a knife. Go send me an email.
Right. Now, let's think about this. How long?
Well, you can't use anything pre-built.
Right.
Yeah, like that's the challenge.
Well, yeah, you get a hatchet
or a knife or whatever. Yeah. Like,
okay, so starting with that, it may take you a lifetime to get that first email out.
Yep. You better get some buddies together.
Yeah. Or be real good at reverse engineering.
Yeah. No, you don't even have that to work off of.
What do you mean?
You're going out into the woods. There's no, like, there's nothing to reverse engineer.
Right. I mean,
thinking back. Oh, what you have stored in your head.
Yeah. That's a good challenge, man.
Yeah.
That is that's one for the books, man.
I mean, we can cap it. You can take 3 other people with you, so that way you can try and diversify your skills, and each one of you gets a specific tool. But that's all you get.
Look, man. You give me a busted laptop that needs some soldering done.
Yeah.
And a lot of work internally.
Yeah.
And send me out in the woods with just a hatchet, it's still going to take years to fix that thing.
Yeah.
And that's something that has direct internet access if you're around an access point. And it's still going to take you years to refine enough materials to get to where you can build a soldering iron, make solder.
Well, hey, man, we just upped it for the Boy Scouts, man.
Boy Scouts, what are you doing?
What are you
get
doing,
busy.
Man? Come on, get busy. Get cracking, guys.
It's about time you had a new badge.
Yep.
Hatchet to email.
Hatchet to email, yeah.
Not a good time to be a Boy Scout, man.
No, right? That's
raising the bar. What are we doing that we're challenging them?
I built a car. So
yeah, I built a car.
Like a little wooden car.
I built a car. I always get that spirit. Like, I watch a movie or a TV show and I get, whatever, a comedian, like, oh,
you get inspired,
yeah, I could do this, or I remember one time. And this is when the Ninja Turtles movies came out. I tried making like a turtle costume, and it failed miserably.
Oh, yeah.
But I loved it.
Yeah.
That was being a kid.
Yeah.
What else? I saw like one of the first couple Puppet Master movies as a kid, and I'm like, oh, this stuff's great. And I wanted to try and build a puppet. Failed miserably.
Oh, I built A Link to the Past. It had like, for SNES, had like the booklet, like when they were actually booklets. And it gave you like a rundown of every item in the game.
Yeah.
And I built every item out of like connects.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, like I'm same.
There you go, man.
I'm same wavelength there. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's one of them experiences I think people were missing out on.
Yeah.
Being connected at a young age.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like inspiring.
I don't know. You think there should be a time frame of when you can let children go online?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like I think you should go from like walled garden. Like go from like kids apps to like
right. Yeah, kids apps to and let me tell you, even the kids' version of apps are not that safe.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. Yeah,
Yeah, because
like that's the thing. I gotta like, if you're gonna like let them use it, supervise.
well, not even that. I saw an advertisement on kids. What is it? Kids YouTube. There's an advertisement for a show that's specifically. It's an advertisement for a show on kids YouTube that has an F-bomb in it.
Yeah.
And I think it's just something that was overlooked.
Yeah.
You know, and it's somebody that was hyped about doing the show, doing the advertisement, and you know
that happens, man. Like,
yeah, but whenever your daughter's sitting and watching something on her tablet and you hear an F-bomb come out of like a kid's show, you're like,
oh, okay, right.
Yeah, like where? Wow, did they?
Glad she didn't hear it from me.
Did they change the rating system? Oh no, they probably heard it from me. I get mad, you know. It's not like I hand them out freely, but
no,
yes.
but they slip once in a while.
What's it called though? But no, that and just some other things. Like I'm actually quite surprised with some of the content I've seen on kids' YouTube.
Yeah, honestly, like most of it, like because I've been supervising, most of it is like advertising toys to kids.
Most of it,
and that's what kids gravitate to watching anyway. So
yeah, kids watching other kids unbox toys, play with toys, get the next new toy.
Yep.
But then there's also ones where people take the ones I'm starting to hate are the ones where it has like a girl like holding a camera and like two dolls in one hand and walking around talking, but the camera's on the dolls, not her. Oh, and she's making like the dolls are talking, and they're just like being utterly bitches to each other. These dolls.
Yeah, I don't know. She gets like I watch it like it's just like she watches that, and then she'll watch like she'll click on like cartoons from like other countries that like have no like
no context.
There's no voice though. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's all like sound effects. It's like there's this one with like a couple chickens. It looks somewhere in Asia by animation style, but like, you know, like
we went through a huge phase of that in our house at least. And any other parents out there or grandparents that have kids, and you've ever thought when your kid, your grandchild was going to watch TV, like it better be something with actual talking in it. Yeah, you're not alone, and that doesn't sound crazy, but you just brought it up. Oh, there was a point where we were telling the oldest at the house, like, look, if you're gonna watch something, that's fine, but you have to watch something with actual talking. Yeah. No characters that just make a noise or two. True. And make squeaks. Yeah, none of that. Actual talking. Because that's what she's, you know what I mean? Yeah, started going backwards with her words.
Yeah. I can see that now, yeah.
Yeah. And, yeah. Believe it, there's more cartoons than you think, like you said. With no talking in them.
Yeah. Well, there was some when we were younger, too.
Like, right. But I don't know how those shows survive.
Well, because they're for like slightly younger when like the kid's not really talking yet.
Right, I get that, and granted, a 5-year-old, 6-year-old should not be watching them.
Yeah, something, like
for
that.
1-year-old, maybe 2-year-old. But it happens, man, and it just I remember, and not like yesterday or last week, last month, but recent times where I'm like, look, you have to watch something where the characters talk. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not.
Well, hey, good tip. I should be moving that along. Like, what time is it, man? You're gonna run out of time.
We get that loud muffler. I know. It's 4:44, people.
All right,
we have to sign this one out. I got somewhere to be.
Hey, thanks everybody.
Yeah, if you don't have somewhere to be, well, thank you for being here.
Past and present, future listeners alike.
If you have the hatchet to email challenge for us, give us one. Make it possible, though. We will take some challenges. Yeah. 3 people reached, 1 engagement.
All right.
We thank all 4 of you. 3. I mean, cashless society started, so you don't get robbed. So who gets robbed? The company that has to pay that fee, the customer. So a cashless society.
Oh, let's not get into it, man. We're about to get in the weeds.
I know. Hope commented about something. When do banks start going cashless?
Whenever we stop needing cash, I guess. Like,
really? I mean, are we ever going to be cash free?
Then who knows? Yeah.
Can we be cash free?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean, unless you make it be even easier than it is now. Yeah. For people to pay other people debts. Like personal debts.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you can't do away with cash.
Yeah, true.
I mean, as much as they try to get technology spread out among everybody, there's still your outliers.
Yeah.
There's still your people that will not use computers, will not use social media.
It's going to be a while, at the very least.
They may live the rest of their days and not ever touch it, you know?
Yeah, who knows? That's a good one to think about.
Yeah.
But we're running out of time, man.
You know what? Maybe we're going to bring this back up next
We'll bring
week.
it up next week, yeah.
So, a cashless society. We have a week to think on that. So
right.
do you people. Thank you, Hope.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Topic for next
Cool.
week.
Oh, and so Hope just shared with us that CNB is talking about going cashless.
Oh, well, interesting.
That's very interesting. So what's the sense of having the check card? You just pay bills online?
Yeah. Send that way, man. Well, we'll see.
If you deposit money?
We can't, dude. This is an hour-long conversation. Like, do you want to miss work? I'm fine with that. I got nowhere to be. Like,
no, I do got to go.
Okay.
Thank you all.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good week. Let me mute this stuff. I don't have a mouse. The wrong mouse, man.
Oh shit.
The wrong mouse.
Oh, wait, is Mike hot?
Yes, mics are hot.
Oh, I don't want to climb.
No more.